be water, my friend.
He might just be the most spectacular fighter you've ever seen, overwhelming elite Thais with a whirlwind of offence. Let's break down the style of Asadula Imangazaliev. Attributes. Asadula is tall and long-limbed for the weight, and he knows how to use it. He catches opponents at a distance where they think they are safe.
Comes out with a second to the face.
That's where the surprise comes in. And when you combine length with unorthodox techniques, spinning back fists, elbows, whipping high kicks, you get the recipe for highlight reel knockouts. We've said it here before on pro striking, it's the shots you don't see coming that hurt the most, and Asadula makes it a habit to deliver exactly those shots. But it's not just natural gifts, his timing is brilliant, his choices are deliberate, he knows how to use the tools he's been given, and that's what makes him dangerous. Now let's talk about one of his trademarks, his ability to flow between stances. Switch hitting. Although predominantly orthodox, Asadula slips into southpaw stance seamlessly. He doesn't just switch, he rolls into it, carrying momentum forward like a snowball rolling down a hill. That momentum lets him overwhelm retreating opponents with flurries of strikes. This isn't just a stance switch, it's unpredictability in motion. When you don't know which hand or leg is coming next, you start hesitating, and hesitation is fatal in striking. Think about it in your own training. Stance switches aren't just about looking flashy, they're about keeping your opponent guessing and keeping them under pressure. You want to force them to make mistakes before you've even thrown.
Big right hand. Lucas Palmer in trouble here. Down he goes. What a start by Asadula. And it's all over. Just like that.
Leg dexterity. Remember Andy Hug, the karate icon of the 90s? Built like an action figure, walking out in a gi and delivering every kick in the Kyokushin karate textbook. His signature weapon, the axe kick. When I watch Asadula throw his legs, I get Andy Hug flashbacks. He whips them up effortlessly and then drops them down with force. He's both strong and flexible, a deadly combination. This level of kicking ability is rarely seen in modern Muay Thai. Asadula has options. That's what makes his kicking game so lethal. It's not just variety, it's choice. That kind of choice is something you can work on in training. Hold your kicks, balance, build the strength to decide mid-motion. That's where the creativity starts. Look at his knockout of Pampayek. The fight opened competitive, two elite strikers trading for control. And then out of nowhere, Asadula lands a high kick that shuts off the lights. Any moment can be the moment. When you have this level of kicking ability, you can end the fight in an instant.
When you're dealing with
Unpredictability through technique. Now here is where he separates himself from most Muay Thai fighters. Muay Thai is built on strong foundations, the roundhouse, the teep, the knee. They're devastating weapons, but they can become predictable and thrown in a predictable way. Asadula keeps that foundation but adds in what others don't. Axe kick, spinning attacks, stance switches, and throwing his technique a little bit different. It's not randomness, it's creativity. He layers unusual techniques over a solid base, and that's what makes him so hard to read. Think of it this way, when a fighter gives you the same looks over and over, you can start timing them. But when they mix in something unusual, even just once, it resets your expectations. If you've been used to sparring and fighting in a certain way against a certain style of opponents year after year, fight after fight, then your fighting style is habitual, and sometimes what you expect from your opponent under the rule set can be the same. But when they mix in something unusual, even just once, it resets your expectations. That's what Asadula does. He forces uncertainty, and in striking, uncertainty means vulnerability. Foundations before freedom.
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
When you look at Asadula's style, you can see shades of Bruce Lee's philosophy, be like water. That phrase is often misunderstood. Bruce Lee wasn't telling fighters to abandon form altogether. He himself began in a traditional art, and he'd mastered it.
Honestly expressing yourself. That, my friend, is very hard to do, and you have to train. You have to keep your reflexes so that when you want it, it's there.
When you need to move, take his time.
What he meant was this: you must master the rules before you can bend them. Asadula is a perfect example. To become a two-time Russian champion and then win on the world stage against a Thai, I can only assume he fought dozens of amateur bouts. That experience forged his fundamentals. He's clearly been practicing Muay Thai for a very long time. The jab, the teep, the round kick, a solid stance, all ingrained through repetition. That's why his creativity works. He isn't just throwing wild techniques. He's layering spinning back fists, axe kicks and stance switches on top of a solid Muay Thai base, and he uses momentum in his favour. When he needs to, he can go back to the basics. He has all the fundamentals in his arsenal. He can throw all the traditional techniques with defensive responsibility. That's the difference between chaos and calculated risk. Asadula's highlight reel might look a little reckless at times, but beneath it all is a fighter who understands the craft.
The damage that he has taken from Imangazaliev. Imangazaliev continued.
In less than a year, Asadula has stacked the highlight reel at a rate we rarely see.
We love when they need to move, take his time.
That's the wrong way. Axe kick there.
Closing the distance.
These aren't rehearsed routines, they're instinct drilled into muscle memory, unleashed in real time, and that's what makes them so beautiful.
Off by going to the body and then a huge uppercut to send him to the canvas. Asadula Imangazaliev.
So what comes next? With Rodtang's belt vacant after weight issues, the division is wide open, and Asadula is perfectly placed to storm through it. He has the frame to test himself not only at 135 pounds, but even against giants like Nabila Naim.
That's the wrong way.
The danger with fighters like Asadula is also the gift. He takes risks, he creates chaos, and sometimes that means he can get caught. But the greats, the fighters we remember, are the ones who risk everything to create something unforgettable. Asadula Imangazaliev isn't just another rising star, he's a storm in human form. Dagestan's diamond cut sharp through discipline and unleashed with artistry. That's why when he steps into the ring, you don't just expect a fight, you expect a spectacle. The future of striking looks like fighters that can combine both stances, can throw every technique in the book, and with modern training techniques and strength conditioning practices, they're fitter, stronger and faster than we've ever seen before. The future of striking won't be defined by fighters who play it safe, it will be defined by artists like Asadula who risk it all to create beauty in violence and make you look at the sport in a new way. The only real question right now is how far can this whirlwind go? As always, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this, head over to the Pro Striking Patreon where you can access extra breakdowns and tutorials over there. The link will be in the description. Pro Striking appreciates you more than an Asadula Imangazaliev axe kick.
Taking it high again. Oh, wow. On the front kick to the face. On those spinning elbows and the spinning back fist and now just ripping the body.